Last night, my 9-year-old daughter and I had a discussion about God. I asked her, "What do you think God is?" She answered, "Everyone and all of our love put together." And I remember thinking that was a really sweet answer. Yeah, and the truth is, I don't directly teach Jasmine. Jasmine obviously lives around all of this stuff, and so she picks things up, but I don't set her down and tell her what to think. So what I was doing on this particular day was just kind of having fun seeing what she was picking up, what she was perceiving, because I didn't know. So again, I said, last night, my 9-year-old daughter and I had a discussion about God. I asked her, "What do you think God is?" She answered, "Everyone and all of our love put together." I asked, "If we are God, why do we get grumpy sometimes?" And I wrote, my daughter didn't have an answer. So I said, "I think it's because we forget who we are. If I forget that I am God, I forget to act like God. If I forget that my friends and family are God, I forget to treat them like God." My daughter replied, "Oh yeah, I knew that. I just forgot." I smiled. I said, "I'm really happy to see that you remember God within your mind. I can't wait until you grow up so I can see how God blossoms within you." And then I said to her, and this I remember, I said, "You know, as you grow and God blossoms, Jasmine will fade." And Jasmine raised one eyebrow. To be honest, she looked like she didn't like that idea very much, that as God grew in her, she was going to fade. She just kind of looked at me like, huh? And I said, "Why do you think Jasmine will fade?" And then she smiled and she said, "Because God takes over." And I said, "That's right." And I said, "Have you seen Mama fading since God has been blossoming in me?" "Yep," she answered, and she did seem very, very sure of her answer. Like she was absolutely sure that Mama was fading and God was growing. And so I asked her, I said, "Can you give me an example?" And she said, "Like this morning, when I threw that waffle at you," and by the way, she did. Jasmine is not a morning person, and she can be quite grumpy in the morning. She forgets she's God in the morning. And that morning I had served her breakfast in bed, and she was mad at me for some reason. I don't remember why, and she just took a waffle and threw it right at me. Okay. So this had happened. And so again, when I'm asking for an example that Mama is fading and God is blossoming, her example was this: like this morning, when I threw that waffle at you, you would have got mad and put me on timeout or something, but God just ate the waffle. And to be honest, that's what I did. She threw the waffle at me, and that morning I was not at all impatient. I was in my right mind.
You picked it
and
up,
I
put it on a plate, and put syrup on it?
No, I just ate it in my hands. I just ate it. I just took the waffle, ate it, smiled, and walked away. So it's funny how people often ask me, what can I do to help my children? What can I do to help my children? And the answer really is accept the atonement for yourself. And this is absolute proof that that's what's most helpful. Like I said, I do not sit down and directly teach Jasmine. I just practice, and she sees that. And look how well she understands what's going on. When she says, "God ate the waffle," she gets it, that Mom is fading and God is blossoming. And Jasmine is very aware of the changes in me since I've been practicing forgiveness. So the real answer, what can you do for your children? Accept the atonement for yourself, for real, and they will get it through you. So, and then I quoted A Course in Miracles workbook for students at the bottom of this. Forgiveness, it says, on the other hand, is still and quietly does nothing. It merely looks and waits and judges not. So that's the God ate the waffle story. So.